How's it? Today is Monday, June 23rd. Have some snatch work today with some front squats. I hit a PR today. Not the biggest PR, but a PR nonetheless. It's definitely a weight I've never done this complex for before. That is that snatch push press plus overhead squat plus snatch balance. Went up to 118 today, and it was not the worst thing in the world. It was definitely really challenging, and I'm pretty happy with how that went. I also moved up into the hang snatch doubles, went up to 98 today. Those were a bit more challenging than I would like them to have been, but I was able to do a few sets of that, and then I was kind of towards the end of that, I started encountering some knee issues, and that kind of meant that my pause front squat stuff was not where I wanted it to be, and that's okay. I think as far as the rest of the lifting goes, PR is a PR, and that is a good sign that I'm making the progress that I want to be making. The rep itself the set itself, there's 3 reps, right? The set itself was damn hard. Here's my last warm up at 110. It feels pretty slow and lumbering, but I feel like I'm pretty good at the balance on that overhead, and here is my PR. So push press was, borderline made it. I think last week I failed 115 for my first push press, and that wasn't a good time. So with that in mind, I needed to make sure that today was a little bit better as far as effort goes, and I am very happy with the way that went. And you see that little balance there? My hips moved forward and backwards quite a bit, and that is not something that I want to be happening, but it is cool to know that I was able to essentially balance, right? Rebalance as I'm moving through the range of motion. But after that, I moved into, after my, that little struggle there towards the end, I moved into my hang snatches here at, again, 98, going for doubles. And I think for me, one of the big issues that I have with the hang snatch is the first rep is always really good. Well, not always really good, but the first rep is, I didn't miss any first reps today. And then that second rep is just like, shit, I'm here, I'm tired, my upper body is just holding on for dear life just so that I can complete the set. And that was, I don't know if that's something that I need to think about, like why that might be happening aside from it being hard. Oh, thanks, son. I don't know if you're gonna see this video or not, but thank you. I know I asked you to help me load the weights, and you're just like, what? But yeah, that's my friend's son. He actually just got the same camera that I have, and I'm super excited for him to start taking pictures, taking videos and all this stuff. But he helps me again here. It makes it so that my set's a lot quicker, a lot faster, and I don't have to really, reset. So yeah, I think one thing I was thinking about for snatches today as I picked it up off of the ground is I'm trying my best to keep the weight in my hands, and I think I do a really, really good job of that on the first rep of all of these sets. And maybe that is the reason why that second rep is a lot harder, is because I don't feel like I'm able to just kind of hold on to the weight. This is 90 for a double. That's pretty good. And then I go to 98, which is going to be my first set weight. And I don't record it on the side camera, but look at how good that is. Real solid. Second rep here. A little bit not as stable overhead, see that little double bounce, but it is what it is, and that's the one I make. And then the next two I totally miss the second rep, but it's okay, right? Again, first rep really solid. Second rep, I'm a little bit behind. The bar is a little bit forward. Being behind, body being behind versus the weight being forward. Those are essentially the same thing. It's all just a matter of like relative perspective. Real solid first rep again, just to prove my point. And then, yeah, I don't know. That one, if I have to look at back, I could probably give a better concrete reason as to why I missed that one. But I don't have one right now, and I don't really want to watch it again. So this one, I tried my best to take a little bit more time between the first and second rep. And I got lucky here with that last lift here. But yeah, moved into my snatch high pulls just at 100 kilos. So I got the whole rainbow on the bar, and these are not super hard. I'm not trying to make these super hard. I feel like right now, the way my lifting is found itself, and the condition that it's found itself, is my pulls are not, I'm not pushing my pulls nearly as much, but I feel like I am still strong enough to execute the lifts in the progression that I want them to be. And I think that is attributed to my posterior chain day, because I don't really do heavy pulls, right? I've been snatch pulling 100 or snatch high pulling 100 for a while, and I don't feel like I can actually add on to this to have like decent rep quality. But yeah, I mean, it is what it is. And then, like I mentioned earlier, kind of on that last set for my hang snatches, my left knee was starting to hurt, like right above my left kneecap, and I was limping around quite a bit. And some of the guys at the gym were just like, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I don't know. Like, I've never really felt this pain before, and I don't know if I should be front squatting like this, but maybe I'll stop. Maybe I'll figure it out." But as it got kind of a little bit further into the warm-ups, like my knee didn't hurt as much, and so that is a positive sign. But I ended up just doing 135 here for the goal was to do one set of 3 because of my knee. Ideally, I would do 3 sets of 3, and then I actually don't end up making the third rep here. But it's all good. I still PR'd, and again, my knee was hurting, so I didn't expect to make the lift there. When I actually picked it up off of the rack, I was like, oh, I don't think I can actually do this whole set, but I'm already here, so I'm gonna try. But yeah, I hit a PR today. That's it for today. Thank you for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe. Shoots.